Have you ever been told to avoid eggs because of cholesterol? Or maybe you've heard the opposite, that eggs are a perfect food for healthy aging. If you're feeling confused, you're not alone. For decades, older adults have gotten mixed messages about eggs. But today we're going to clear it all up. Welcome to the ultimate guide made just for you if you're over 65 and care about staying sharp, strong, and independent. In this video, we'll crack open the truth, literally, about one of the most controversial and misunderstood foods in senior health, the egg. We'll look at what's really inside an egg and why it matters more than ever as you age. We'll explore the role of eggs in brain health, eye protection, muscle strength, and even your cholesterol levels. And yes, we'll talk about how many eggs are safe to eat based on real science, not outdated myths. We'll also share practical, doctor-approved ways to enjoy eggs, whether you're cooking for one, managing diabetes, or just trying to eat better on a budget. This isn't just a video about breakfast. It's about one simple food that could become a reliable ally or a missed opportunity, depending on how you use it. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's find out everything you need to know about eggs after 65, so you can eat smarter, live longer, and feel more confident every time you crack one open. Let's begin by answering a simple question. What exactly is in an egg, and why should someone over 65 care? Because the truth is, a single egg is one of the most nutrient-rich foods on the planet. It's compact, affordable, easy to prepare, and packed with elements your body and brain rely on more than ever as you age. High-quality protein, a must for aging muscles. After the age of 60, many of us begin to lose muscle mass at a surprising rate, up to 1% each year. This natural decline, known as sarcopenia, leads to frailty, falls, and slower recovery from illness or surgery. That's why protein becomes a top priority. And eggs are one of the easiest, most digestible sources around. Each large egg contains 6 to 7 grams of complete protein, meaning it includes all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. Unlike red meat, it's lower in saturated fat and easier on the digestive system. Studies from institutions like the National Institute on Aging show that seniors who maintain higher protein intake experience fewer falls, better balance, and faster wound healing. And it's not just about strength. Protein is also essential for maintaining a healthy immune system, blood pressure regulation, and even bone health. Choline, a forgotten nutrient with huge brain benefits. Have you ever heard of choline? Most people haven't, but every senior should know it. Choline is vital for memory and learning. It helps your brain create acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in attention and recall, cell repair, especially in brain and nerve tissue, and reducing inflammation, which is linked to Alzheimer's and heart disease. Here's the problem. Up to 90% of Americans don't get enough choline, and that includes most older adults. Just one egg provides nearly 30% of your daily need. That's a big impact for such a small food. In fact, a long-term study from Boston University found that older adults with higher choline intake had sharper memory, less brain shrinkage, and lower risk of dementia over a 10-year period. Lutein and zeaxanthin, guarding your vision, and more. Egg yolks are naturally rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that concentrate in the retina, the part of the eye responsible for central vision. Why this matters? After 60, your risk of macular degeneration increases sharply. These compounds help filter harmful blue light, reduce retinal inflammation, and slow age-related vision loss. Unlike the same nutrients in leafy greens like kale, lutein from eggs is more bioavailable. Your body absorbs it more easily thanks to the fat in the yolk. A study in clinical nutrition found that seniors who consumed eggs 4 to 6 times per week had higher blood levels of lutein and reported better contrast sensitivity, which helps with night driving and reading. Vitamin D, a rare boost and a natural source. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread among older adults, especially in winter or for those who stay indoors. Low levels can lead to weaker bones, higher fall risk, weaker immune defenses, and increased depression symptoms. Most of us think of supplements or sunlight, but eggs, especially those from pasture-raised or de-enriched hens, can contribute up to 10% of daily vitamin D needs per egg. Pairing eggs with vitamin D-rich foods like mushrooms or fortified cereals can further support bone and mood health. B vitamins, for nerves, energy, and heart health. Eggs are rich in several B vitamins, including B12, crucial for nerve protection and red blood cell formation. Deficiency is common in older adults and can mimic dementia. B2, riboflavin, which helps convert food into energy, and folate, supports healthy blood and lowers stroke risk. These nutrients not only boost daily energy and prevent fatigue, but also protect against heart disease and cognitive decline. Selenium and antioxidants, your cellular bodyguards. Selenium is a trace mineral found in eggs that acts as a cellular protector, defending against oxidative stress. Oxidative damage contributes to faster aging, chronic inflammation, and a higher risk of chronic diseases, including cancer and heart disease. Eggs also contain vitamin E, iodine, and small amounts of omega-3s, especially in enriched varieties, making them one of nature's most complete brain foods. Let's be clear, you could take 5 different supplements, or you could just start your day with an egg. But of course, there's still one big question in many minds. What about cholesterol? Isn't that dangerous for people over 65? Coming up next, we'll separate the facts from the myths and give you real clarity on how eggs impact your heart. For decades, eggs have been stuck in a cloud of controversy, mostly because of one word: cholesterol. Each large egg contains around 185 to 200 milligrams of cholesterol. And because high cholesterol levels in the blood are associated with heart attacks and strokes, many doctors used to recommend limiting eggs or cutting them out entirely. But now we know something important. The cholesterol in your food isn't the main driver of high cholesterol in your blood. What the latest science shows. Modern research has shown that, for most people, eating moderate amounts of cholesterol does not significantly raise LDL, bad cholesterol. Instead, your liver adjusts. When you eat more cholesterol, it produces less. Here's what major studies have found. A meta-analysis published in the BMJ, British Medical Journal, involving over 3 million participants, found no clear link between egg consumption and heart disease or stroke in the general population. The Harvard School of Public Health also concluded that eating up to 1 egg per day is safe for most people, even those with cardiovascular concerns. So why the confusion? Because it's not just about the egg, it's what people eat with the egg. Think about a typical breakfast: fried eggs in butter with sausage, bacon, and white toast. That meal is high in saturated fat, trans fat, and refined carbohydrates, the real culprits behind clogged arteries, not the egg itself. On the other hand, if you eat an egg boiled or poached with vegetables, whole grains, or avocado, cooked in olive oil instead of butter, then you're creating a heart-smart, nutrient-dense meal that supports, rather than harms, your cardiovascular system. What about seniors with high cholesterol or diabetes? This is where moderation becomes important. Some studies suggest that for people with type 2 diabetes, eating 7+ eggs per week might increase heart risk if the overall diet is poor. But in controlled settings, eggs did not raise blood sugar or worsen cholesterol levels when part of a healthy eating plan. So what do doctors recommend? Healthy seniors. Up to 1 whole egg per day is safe and beneficial. Seniors with diabetes or high cholesterol, limit to 3 to 4 whole eggs per week, or combine 1 yolk plus 1 to 2 whites to reduce cholesterol but keep the protein. You can also look for omega-3 enriched eggs, which contain heart protective fats shown to lower triglycerides, reduce inflammation, and improve blood vessel function. These special eggs come from hens fed a diet rich in flaxseed, chia, or algae. Egg pairings matter. Your heart doesn't just care about how many eggs you eat, it cares how you eat them. Better pairings: spinach, tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, oatmeal, whole grain toast, avocado, plain Greek yogurt, fruit, or a few almonds on the side. Avoid pairings: processed meats like bacon, sausage, ham, refined carbs like white bread, sugary cereal, butter, or heavy cream sauces. By choosing the right companions for your eggs, you can turn breakfast into a form of preventive medicine. In short, eggs alone aren't the problem, it's the plate they're on. For older adults, especially those managing blood pressure or cholesterol, eggs can still play a valuable role. The key is understanding how, when, and with what to eat them. And we're just getting started. In the next part, we'll explore how eggs support brain function, memory retention, and even your mood, and what happens when you don't get enough of these key nutrients. As we grow older, it's not just our bones or heart that need support. Our brains change too. Memory slows, focus fades, processing takes a bit longer. That's all part of normal aging. But what if a simple food like the egg could help protect your brain from the inside out? Let's explore why eggs are considered brain-friendly and how their nutrients can support sharp thinking, emotional well-being, and cognitive health after 65. Choline, the brain's communication fuel. We've mentioned choline earlier, but let's take a closer look because this nutrient is critical for seniors. Choline is used by the body to create acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that helps your brain store and retrieve memories, stay focused and alert, and maintain muscle control. Low choline levels have been linked to poor memory, mental fog, and increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Here's what matters. Over 90% of Americans don't get enough choline, and that includes most older adults. One large egg supplies 147 milligrams of choline, covering about 30% of your daily need. A 2019 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 2,500 adults over 10 years and found that those with higher choline intake had better memory scores and less brain shrinkage. Lutein, not just for your eyes but also your brain. Egg yolks are among the richest sources of lutein, an antioxidant often known for protecting the eyes. But scientists have discovered it's also present in the brain. In fact, lutein makes up a significant part of brain tissue, especially in regions responsible for learning and memory. It helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in neurons, key factors in cognitive aging. A study from the University of Illinois found that older adults with higher lutein levels performed better on memory and attention tasks, and that the bioavailable lutein in eggs is more easily absorbed than that in vegetables. Pairing eggs with healthy fats like avocado or olive oil makes lutein even more effective. Vitamin B12, nerve protection and mood regulation. Eggs are a natural source of vitamin B12, a nutrient that supports healthy nerve function, red blood cell production, mental energy, and emotional stability. Older adults often absorb less B12 from food due to decreased stomach acid. Deficiency can cause tingling or numbness in hands and feet, memory problems, mood swings, irritability, or even depression. One egg contains about 10% of your daily B12 needs. While supplementation is sometimes needed, regularly including B12-rich foods like eggs can help maintain neurological health over time. Mood and mental health support. Believe it or not, the humble egg may also influence your mood. Here's how. The protein in eggs helps regulate blood sugar and energy, preventing irritability or fatigue. Choline and B vitamins support the production of serotonin, the feel-good chemical in your brain. Vitamin D, present in enriched eggs, is linked to lower rates of seasonal depression and improved overall mood. One review in Nutrients Journal showed that older adults with balanced levels of these nutrients reported less anxiety, better sleep, and improved emotional resilience. So while eggs aren't a replacement for therapy or medication, they are a powerful dietary support for emotional and cognitive stability. Summary: what this means for your brain. Eating eggs regularly can support memory and attention, reduce risk of cognitive decline, protect nerves and improve emotional health, enhance nutrient absorption for better overall mental performance. For older adults, particularly those at risk of memory loss or brain fog, eggs are a simple, accessible way to feed the brain what it needs, without complicated supplements or expensive products. Coming up next, we'll shift our focus to eye health and immune strength, two areas where eggs offer even more hidden benefits, especially after age 65. As we continue exploring the power of eggs in senior health, let's talk about two areas that often get overlooked in day-to-day care: eye health and immune resilience. Both are essential for maintaining independence, safety, and quality of life as we age. And surprisingly, eggs provide critical support for both systems, all in one small, nutrient-packed package. Protecting your vision naturally. By age 65, the risk of age-related eye diseases, such as macular degeneration and cataracts, rises significantly. These conditions can make it harder to read, drive, or recognize faces. Fortunately, certain nutrients in eggs are tailor-made to protect aging eyes. The stars of the show are lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids, natural pigments, that collect in the retina and act as a shield against damaging blue light and oxidative stress. They help filter out harmful light, reduce inflammation in eye tissue, and support clarity, contrast sensitivity, and long-term visual performance. According to research from the Journal of Nutrition, people who consume 2 eggs per day for 5 weeks increase blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin without raising cholesterol. Another study found that egg-based lutein is more bioavailable, up to 3 times more absorbable than from spinach or kale, thanks to the natural fat in the yolk. Tip for better vision: pair your eggs with vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers or berries to further support collagen in the eyes and slow macular degeneration. Building a stronger immune system from the inside out. Aging naturally weakens the immune system, a process called immunosenescence. That's why older adults are more susceptible to flu and pneumonia, slower healing, chronic inflammation, and autoimmune flare-ups. Eggs help in several key ways. Selenium, a mineral found in the egg white that acts as a powerful antioxidant, supports the production of immune cells, reduces oxidative stress that damages tissue, and plays a role in cancer prevention. Vitamin D, essential for immune regulation and reducing respiratory infections. Many seniors are deficient due to low sun exposure. Enriched eggs from pasture-raised hens or fortified feed are a valuable source. Zinc, found in smaller amounts in eggs, helps speed up wound healing and supports immune cell communication. Eggs also provide high-quality protein, which is critical for maintaining lean body mass and immune system efficiency. Without enough protein, your body can't produce antibodies, white blood cells, or repair tissues after illness. A review from Frontiers in Immunology found that seniors with adequate protein and micronutrient intake had significantly better outcomes in fighting infections, especially respiratory illnesses. Bonus: anti-aging and cellular protection. Eggs are rich in vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects skin, eyes, and brain. Iodine, essential for thyroid function and metabolism. And biotin, supports skin, hair, and nail health. They also contain lecithin, which helps emulsify fats and may improve cholesterol transport and liver health. In short, eggs deliver a powerful combination of nutrients that support longevity, not just survival, but thriving. How to maximize eye and immune benefits from eggs. Choose pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs. Cook gently, avoid high-heat frying, which can destroy sensitive antioxidants. Combine with colorful vegetables and healthy fats to enhance absorption. Eat regularly. 3 to 5 eggs per week is a great starting point for most seniors. Coming up next, how you cook your eggs and what you eat with them can make all the difference between a health-supporting meal and one that increases stroke risk. We'll walk through smart cooking tips, combinations to avoid, and how to build the perfect senior-friendly egg dish. So now we know that eggs are packed with nutrients that support brain, heart, eye, and immune health. But let's not forget an important fact. How you cook your eggs matters just as much as eating them. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to inflammation, excess saturated fat, and oxidized oils, all of which can show up in the frying pan if we're not careful. Let's walk through the best and worst ways to cook eggs, especially for people over 65. Best methods for senior health. Boiled, soft or hard, no added fat, retains nearly all nutrients, easy on digestion, and perfect for batch cooking. Tip: keep a few boiled eggs in the fridge for quick, protein-rich snacks. Poached, gently cooked in water, no oil or butter, preserves choline and B vitamins, light texture ideal for sensitive stomachs. Steamed or egg muffin cups, oven-baked, cooked slowly and evenly. You can add vegetables like spinach, tomato, or onion. Easy to portion and reheat. Memory boost combo. Add turmeric and black pepper for anti-inflammatory power. Scrambled with olive oil. Low heat. Avoid high heat that breaks down antioxidants. Use extra virgin olive oil instead of butter or margarine. Add diced veggies for a fiber boost. Omelette with veggies. Make it colorful. Red peppers, vitamin C, kale lutein, mushrooms, vitamin D. Pair with a slice of whole grain toast for energy. Methods to limit or avoid fried in butter or margarine. Adds excess saturated fats. Can increase LDL bad cholesterol if overused. Promotes oxidative stress if cooked at high heat. With processed meats, bacon, sausage. These meats are high in sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats, strongly linked to increased stroke and heart disease risk in people over 60. The American Heart Association recommends limiting red and processed meats, especially when paired with cholesterol-containing foods like eggs. Overcooked yolks. Dark green edge indicates sulfur and iron have reacted, possibly reducing some nutrient value, can be harder to digest. Temperature control, a hidden factor. One of the lesser-known dangers of cooking eggs improperly is the production of oxidized cholesterol, a form of cholesterol that's been damaged by high heat and is more likely to cause inflammation in the blood vessels. To avoid this, use gentle heat. Never burn or brown eggs. Cook slowly and evenly. Scrambled, poached, or steamed is ideal. A study from Nutrition and Metabolism showed that oxidized cholesterol contributes to arterial plaque buildup, a key driver of stroke risk. Smart pairings for every meal. Here's how to build a senior-friendly meal using eggs as the foundation. For brain health, poached egg on avocado toast plus blueberries on the side. For eye health, scrambled egg with kale, corn, and sweet potato. For heart health, hard-boiled egg plus mixed green salad with olive oil and walnuts. For energy, egg muffins with oats, flaxseed, and diced veggies. And don't forget hydration. Pair your egg-based meals with water, herbal tea, or unsweetened almond milk to support digestion and reduce sodium concentration in the blood. Final thought for this section. Eggs are only as healthy as how you prepare them. By choosing gentle, clean cooking methods and pairing them with fiber-rich vegetables and healthy fats, you transform eggs from a simple breakfast item into a longevity-supporting superfood. Next up, we'll answer the most common questions seniors have about eggs. How many per week is safe? Should yolks be avoided? And how to shop smarter at the grocery store. Let's take a step back. By now, you've learned that eggs are nutrient-packed, heart-smart when prepared properly, and loaded with key vitamins like B12, D, and choline, especially important for older adults. But here's one of the most common questions seniors ask me as a health educator. How many eggs can I actually eat in a week? It's a great question, and the answer isn't one size fits all. It depends on your personal health condition, your cholesterol levels, and how the rest of your plate looks. For healthy older adults, no diabetes or heart disease, according to numerous large-scale studies, including one published in the British Medical Journal and another from Harvard School of Public Health, eating up to 1 egg per day, that's 7 eggs per week, is generally safe and even beneficial for most people over 65. This means that if you're active, your cholesterol is in check, and you're eating a mostly balanced diet, an egg a day can support your brain, muscles, bones, and immune system without increasing your stroke or heart disease risk. For seniors managing type 2 diabetes, high LDL cholesterol, or a history of heart issues. Here, the approach needs a little more care. While the egg itself isn't the villain, studies suggest that those with diabetes may have a slightly increased cardiovascular risk when consuming 7 or more whole eggs per week, especially when combined with a poor quality diet. Think processed meats, white bread, fried foods. But there's a great workaround. Most experts, including the American Heart Association, recommend enjoying about 3 to 4 whole eggs per week. If you want more, balance them with egg whites. Why? Because the cholesterol and saturated fat are concentrated in the yolk. The egg white, on the other hand, is pure, high-quality protein, fat-free, cholesterol-free, and ideal for muscle maintenance and immune defense as we age. Now let's make this practical. Monday, you have a veggie omelet with 1 whole egg and 2 whites. Tuesday, you hard-boil an egg and slice it into your salad. Thursday, maybe you prepare a baked egg muffin. Again, 1 yolk, 2 whites. Over the weekend, enjoy a poached egg on whole grain toast with avocado. That's how you do it. You stay within your target range, mix it up, and keep your meals enjoyable. So here's a simple breakdown. Healthy seniors, no diabetes or heart disease, 5 to 7 whole eggs per week are perfectly fine. Seniors with diabetes, high cholesterol, or past cardiovascular events, limit to about 3 to 4 whole eggs per week. Add more egg whites if you want to keep your protein intake high. Bonus tip, choose omega-3 enriched eggs whenever possible. They contain anti-inflammatory fats that further support your heart and brain. And remember, it's not just about the number of eggs, it's about the whole meal. Are you pairing your eggs with vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil? Or are they sitting next to bacon and buttered white toast? That context matters more than most people think. In summary, eggs are not your enemy, they can be your ally. Just keep portions in check, understand your own health profile, and build meals that nourish you from the inside out. In the next part, we'll go over something that matters just as much as how many eggs you eat, how you shop for them, how you store them, and how to tell whether your eggs are actually giving you the nutrients you expect. Don't miss it. Let's move on to something many people don't think about, but it makes a big difference as we age, and that's how we store our eggs. It may sound simple, but the way you handle and store eggs can directly affect their freshness, safety, and even how much nutrition your body absorbs. First things first, always store your eggs in the refrigerator. That means a steady, cool temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. In the United States, eggs are washed and sanitized before being sold, which removes the natural protective coating on the shell. That makes them more vulnerable to bacteria like salmonella if they're left at room temperature. So once you bring your eggs home, don't leave them on the counter. Put them in the fridge right away. Here's a common mistake: storing eggs in the door of the fridge. It might look convenient, but the temperature in the fridge door tends to rise and fall every time it's opened. This constant change can shorten the shelf life of your eggs. Instead, store them in the coldest part of the fridge, usually near the back of a middle or lower shelf, and leave them in their original carton. Why? Because that carton helps protect the eggs from absorbing strong odors from other foods, like onions or fish. It also keeps them safe from light exposure, which can break down vitamins like riboflavin and vitamin D. You might wonder, how long can you safely keep eggs? In general, raw eggs in their shells can last 3 to 5 weeks from the purchase date, but for older adults, it's best to play it safe. Use them within 3 weeks to ensure peak freshness and nutrition. Once cracked, eggs should be used within 2 days. If you hard-boil them, keep them in the fridge and use within 1 week. Now here's a tip for checking freshness. Try the float test. Fill a bowl with water and gently place an egg in it. If it sinks and lies flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright or floats, it's past its prime. That happens because over time, air enters the shell and increases the egg's buoyancy. Another safety tip: never eat eggs that are cracked, dirty, or have an odd smell when opened. Older adults are more vulnerable to foodborne illnesses, and we want to avoid anything that could upset digestion or weaken the immune system. For seniors who live alone or cook in small amounts, consider buying half-dozen cartons or using liquid egg whites sold in cartons. These are pasteurized and can be a safe, convenient source of protein. Just make sure the product is unsweetened and free of additives. And finally, if you like to prep meals ahead of time, boiled eggs can be a great option. Just don't peel them until you're ready to eat. Keeping the shell on helps them stay fresh longer in the fridge. In summary, egg safety and storage may seem small, but it has a big impact on taste, nutrition, and health. Keep your eggs cold, keep them clean, store them smart, and always check for freshness. It's one more way to take good care of yourself and make the most out of one of nature's most powerful little foods. Let's take a moment to clear up some of the biggest myths and misunderstandings about eggs, especially for seniors, because even though eggs are one of the most researched foods on the planet, many older adults still aren't sure if they're doing the right thing when they crack one open. So let's separate the facts from the fiction and help you feel confident every time eggs are on your plate. The first and biggest myth: eggs are bad for your cholesterol. That idea has been around for decades, but modern science tells a different story. Yes, one egg yolk contains about 186 milligrams of cholesterol, but for most people, eating cholesterol in food has very little effect on the cholesterol levels in your blood. That's because your liver produces cholesterol too, And when you eat more from food, your liver makes less to balance it out. Several large studies, including those published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have shown that for healthy people, eating up to 1 egg per day does not increase the risk of heart disease or stroke. Now, if you have type 2 diabetes or a history of heart disease, it's a little more nuanced. Some research shows that in these cases, eating more than 7 eggs per week, especially when combined with other unhealthy foods like processed meats, might slightly increase risk. That's why, for people with these conditions, it's often best to stick with 3 to 4 whole eggs per week and supplement with egg whites to keep your protein intake high, but cholesterol lower. Next myth: eggs raise blood sugar. This one's flat out wrong. Eggs have no carbohydrates and a glycemic index of 0. That means they don't raise your blood glucose at all. In fact, starting your day with eggs can help stabilize blood sugar and prevent energy crashes, especially when paired with high-fiber foods like oatmeal or whole grain toast. So if you're managing pre-diabetes or insulin resistance, eggs can actually be part of your solution, not your problem. What about medications? If you're taking statins, blood pressure drugs, or blood thinners like warfarin, can eggs interfere? In almost all cases, the answer is no. Eggs are safe to eat. They're low in vitamin K, so they don't interfere with blood thinners. They don't interact with statins or pressure meds either. Just be mindful of what you're cooking them with. Skip the bacon, butter, and cheese, which can increase saturated fat and sodium. And finally, are egg substitutes better? For most seniors, the answer is no. Many processed egg substitutes contain artificial colors, preservatives, and thickeners. Unless you have an allergy or follow a vegan diet, real eggs, especially when boiled, poached, or lightly cooked in olive oil, are a cleaner, healthier choice. If you're watching your cholesterol, use 1 whole egg and add a few egg whites. That way you get the taste and texture you love with less fat and more lean protein. So let's review. Eggs are not your enemy. They're nutrient-dense, affordable, and versatile. They support your muscles, your memory, and your energy. And unless your doctor has given you specific limits, you can enjoy eggs with confidence. Just be smart about how many and what you pair them with. Now, before we move on to turning all this knowledge into a practical weekly plan, let's dive deeper with some additional insights and tools to make eggs an even more valuable part of your life. We'll explore detailed meal ideas, hear from seniors like you, take a quick look at the history of eggs, and answer some common questions, all designed to keep you engaged and informed. Detailed examples of egg-based meals for seniors. Let's get practical with some easy, delicious meal ideas that harness the power of eggs. These recipes are tailored for seniors, simple to prepare, nutrient-packed, and perfect whether you're cooking for one or managing a busy day. Breakfast. Veggie-packed omelet, whisk together 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites. Add a handful of spinach, diced tomatoes, and a sprinkle of low-fat cheese. Cook gently in a non-stick pan with a teaspoon of olive oil. Serve with a slice of whole grain toast and a side of berries for a brain-boosting start to your day. Why it works. The protein keeps your muscles strong, the veggies add fiber, and the berries provide antioxidants, all in under 15 minutes. Lunch, egg and avocado salad. Mash 1 hard-boiled egg with half an avocado, add a squeeze of lemon juice, a pinch of salt and pepper, spread on whole grain crackers, or enjoy as a sandwich filling. Why it works. Healthy fats from avocado pair with egg protein for sustained energy, and it's soft enough for sensitive teeth or dentures. Dinner. Egg and vegetable stir-fry. Sauté your favorite vegetables, bell peppers, broccoli, carrots, in a little olive oil. Add 1 beaten egg and scramble until cooked. Serve over a small portion of brown rice or quinoa for a balanced, heart-healthy dinner. Why it works. Low in calories, but high in nutrients, this meal supports vision and heart health with minimal cleanup. These meals are affordable, adjustable to your dietary needs, and proof that healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated. Hearing from others can make all the difference. Here are stories from seniors who've embraced eggs and seen the benefits, proof that small changes can lead to big results. Mary, 72, from Ohio. I was always worried about my cholesterol, but after talking to my doctor, I started eating eggs again. I have more energy and my memory feels sharper. I love starting my day with a boiled egg and some fruit. It's simple and keeps me going. Takeaway. Mary's story shows eggs can fit into a heart-healthy diet with the right guidance. John, 68, from California. As someone with diabetes, I was cautious about eggs, but with my nutritionist's okay, I now enjoy eggs a few times a week. My blood sugar stays stable, and I feel stronger after my morning walks. Scrambled eggs with veggies are my go-to. Takeaway: John proves eggs can work for chronic conditions when paired smartly. These real-life examples show that eggs aren't just science, they're a practical boost to daily life. A brief history of eggs in the human diet. Eggs aren't just a modern superfood, they've been nourishing humans for millennia. Ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians and Romans, prized eggs for their nutrition and versatility, often using them in rituals and meals. In many cultures, eggs symbolize life and renewal. Think of Easter eggs or their role in traditional Asian dishes. Archaeologists have found evidence of egg consumption dating back over 7,000 years, and today, eggs remain a global staple, affordable, adaptable, and loved in countless recipes. This history reminds us, eggs have earned their place at the table through centuries of trust and value. Let's tackle some questions seniors often have, because clarity builds confidence. Can I eat eggs if I have diabetes? Yes, in moderation. Stick to 3 to 4 whole eggs per week, paired with fiber-rich foods like veggies or whole grains to keep blood sugar steady. Egg whites are a great unlimited option. How do I know if an egg is fresh? Use the float test. Place an egg in a bowl of water. If it sinks and lies flat, it's fresh. If it floats, toss it. Air has built up inside, meaning it's old. Are egg whites better than whole eggs? Not necessarily. Egg whites offer protein without cholesterol, but whole eggs provide choline, vitamin D, and more. A mix of both often works best. Talk to your doctor for what's right for you. These answers clear up doubts, making eggs an easier choice for your kitchen. In the next section, we'll show you how to turn all this knowledge into a simple weekly plan with meal ideas, prep tips, and a breakdown of what your plate should look like. Stick around, you're almost there. Let's wrap everything up in a way that's simple, practical, and ready for your everyday life. You've heard all the science, the benefits, the precautions. Now it's time to put it into action. If you're over 65 and wondering how to use eggs to support your brain, heart, and overall strength, here's how to do it without overthinking. Start with a weekly plan. For most healthy seniors, enjoying 1 egg per day is perfectly fine. Just make sure your overall diet supports it. For those managing diabetes or heart concerns, you can safely enjoy 3 to 4 whole eggs per week and use egg whites to fill in your protein needs. Here's what a balanced week might look like. Monday, start your day with a veggie omelet made from 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites. Add spinach, onions, and mushrooms. Pair it with a slice of whole grain toast and a few slices of avocado. Tuesday, toss a hard-boiled egg over a mixed green salad with cherry tomatoes and walnuts. Drizzle it with a little olive oil. That's brain fuel in a bowl. Wednesday, morning scramble, egg whites with bell peppers and kale. Add a small bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds and cinnamon for fiber and heart protection. Thursday, poach an egg and place it over roasted zucchini and quinoa. Add lemon and fresh herbs. This is a full meal rich in protein, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Friday, keep it simple. Have a hard-boiled egg with some baby carrots as a midday snack. It's perfect for blood sugar balance. Saturday, enjoy a comforting breakfast. 1 slice of whole grain toast topped with a soft-boiled egg and a few tomato slices. Add some mixed berries on the side. Sunday, treat yourself to a mini egg muffin. Bake 1 whole egg with chopped onions and spinach in a muffin tin. Serve with lentils or sweet potato for a well-rounded brunch. Throughout the week, remember, cooking style matters. Boil, poach, or lightly scramble your eggs in olive oil, not butter. Avoid pairing eggs with bacon, sausage, or white bread. Instead, combine them with vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Also, choose your eggs wisely. Look for omega-3 enriched or pasture-raised eggs. Store them properly, keep them in their original carton on the middle shelf of your fridge, and check expiration dates regularly. Let's recap what we've learned today. Eggs are packed with high-quality protein, essential for maintaining muscle strength as you age. They're rich in choline, supporting brain health and memory. Lutein and zeaxanthin in eggs help protect your vision. For most seniors, Eating up to 1 egg per day is safe and beneficial. Those with diabetes or cholesterol concerns can enjoy 3 to 4 per week with egg whites as needed. Choose gentle cooking methods like boiling or poaching, and pair eggs with vegetables and whole grains for maximum health benefits. Now that you're armed with the facts, it's time to take action. Start small. Add 1 egg to your daily routine, whether it's a boiled egg with breakfast or scrambled with veggies for lunch. These little steps can lead to big improvements in your strength, sharpness, and vitality. If you have health concerns, chat with your doctor or nutritionist to personalize this advice. You're never too old to make smart choices for a healthier life, and eggs are an easy, affordable place to begin. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please subscribe to Senior Health Channel and share it with a friend or family member over 65. Here's to your health, 1 egg at a time. See you in the next one.